Hey Christopher, how you doing, buddy? Just doing a little practice for a custom thing that I'm doing. I'm doing a practice for a practice, believe it or not. Here. Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys tuning in. The channel had put up a free for all today. It's 2 hours long, so I'm kind of practicing for the practice. As far as the Fishing Planet comps themselves, they absolutely stink today. I may play in the barbell one today, I may not. I'm not sure yet. I don't like that one. This one's glitched out. I've already pedestaled 3 times in Barbel Get, and there's really nothing for me to win in this one. I've already got everything that's there, so I may or may not play in that. The schedule just doesn't look that good. Tomorrow's schedule is a little better, so I'm gonna practice for this thing real quick. I have no idea what I'm doing really. I'm just gonna spot a few spots and see if I can at least have a basic understanding what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna try a few things out here before I go into channels thing. Are you gonna play in it, Berg? I know I'm on a similar peak at the similar time for it. I'm just not sure. So I'm going to try to find me a nice 3 or 4 spot rotation and try a mix I usually like on carp and see what happens here. I can't even remember how big the trophy carp get here. 20, 25 pounds maybe. They don't get all that big. Hey Richard, how you doing? Hey, how big does the trophy carp get here? I'm gonna play in a custom template of one of my friends' channel. He's putting up a Q1 practice, so I figured I'd try to gain me a few marks and a little bit of knowledge going there, so I'm not completely blind when that Q1 comes up. So it could be a little boring and long, but there was no really good Fishing Planet comps on today. They all suck for the most part, in my opinion, or the ones I don't like, I should say. £22. I didn't think they got up there. Is it? Is it 34? I don't know if I've ever. I have to look. Maybe they do get in the 30s. Oh, will they get to 30? Alright, let me look real quick. Alright, so one of you is saying 22. I thought it was 25. One of you said 22. How the hell do I find that out? Can I go over here somehow? Fish. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What the hell is this? Tiber? Tiber. Fish. Common carp. Oh, channel, of course. He's already got it rigged. And I think, Superhero, you were correct. David, or Richard, we actually stand corrected there. Superhero helped us out. It is 22. Damn, them are some small ones. Your sixth highest on Steam with the 17. Okay, yeah, they don't get very big. I did buy some, I got some smaller carp rods just to see if that'll help. Yeah, I wasn't for sure, Richard. I was guessing 25 to 30 myself. So don't feel bad. Obviously, that's not something. I never really farmed here too much. I got all my stuff done. I know you guys have heard that stuff before, but I got all my stuff done. Other than having a little bit of fun with some wells and typically the trout here, I didn't really. Other than to do on my checklist, I didn't really go through and. I do got a spot that shares my barbel spot that I know I can get trophy carp there, but I'm gonna try to be an oddball and see if I can just spot a spot and bring them in somewhat close. Don't know if the water will be deep enough, but that's why I'm here testing stuff out, boys. You're about to do Dream Bream. Oh, I wish I had Dream Bream. My schedule is horrible on here. I just got home from work and looked at it. It's so pathetic. It's not even that. So channel picked a good time for that. We've got Crank the River, Maku Maku, Barbel I like, and then Tiger Trails. But I've pretty much already won anything that I need in Barbel. Although I do like that one. But yeah, 3 out of the 4 I got on my schedule, Richard, are horrible. So I'm going to play in this 2-hour Q1 practice. I haven't been too many sign up. But anybody that tunes in, it's on PlayStation, that's wanting to practice for the upcoming Mighty Carp thing, if you've never played in it like me, channel was nice enough to set one up. So if there's anybody wanting to, I got some practice on that. Out of the gates here, does anybody know? Can you get multiple of the Steam has amazing schedule tonight, but Contra is good as always late for me, huh? Yeah, I wish that I don't know. I wish a lot of things Fishing Planet Richard, but I do wish a they could fix they could fix a lot of that scheduling too by getting more comps in a day. At the same time, alleviate the double count issue if they would just narrow the time allotment per comp. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I got home and took a closer look at the schedule. The schedule here is just not very good on PlayStation today. So I'm actually going to see what happens. Is 3-0 too small, I wonder, or too big? We'll see what happens. I don't even know if I brought 2 of those, though. I guess I could rotate some baits a little bit, too, huh? Did I put strawberry on all these? What the hell do I got? I'm just going to try sweet corn on one. Plum. Oh, you got Mighty 3 Bass Challenge in? You lucky dog. Hold on, I need to pull my channel up. Mighty 3 Bass Challenge and Muskie Toppings. Ah, yeah, you're definitely lucky, bro. I even like the musky topping. I don't get very lucky in it very often, but it's a fun one. But the Bass Challenge and the Mighty 3 for sure, especially the Bass Challenge. God, I'm assuming. I wonder how slow this thing's gonna be too. To be honest, I probably should have tried my little barbel spot over there. Got another barbel spot here. Let me see what happens here real quick. Also, a question on this one: does the do they really get oversized? If there's only a 22 caught, like, do you still want to spot the entirety? I think I did when I did the recatch. I just never paid attention to the sizes, really. You're gonna catch you some largemouth bass today, Fickery? Awesome, buddy. That's always fun, man. Okay, I got something. Is it a carp, though? It's gotta be a carp. Feels decent. Okay, it's definitely not a Wells catfish. If it's a Wells catfish, then that's my mistake. I do believe this is a carp, fellas. Alright, well, my mix works here. There's an 18er. Alright, now I can erase my blank template. I figured that would work, fellas. I don't know why it wouldn't. Always has in the past. Alright, so that'll be my carp number 1. Next stupid question. Does anybody know, can you get duplicate trophy carp from one spot? Yes, no, maybe so. Does anybody know? Because the odds are, I could probably just move down. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. That was a 3, though. What was that on strawberries? Strawberry sinking. That's the only way to find out if I can get 2 trophy carp in the same spots to play it out. Because if that's the case, I'd rather split my mix up and do 2 spots with 1 mix. Because I don't want to cast out 160 ounces to get 1 damn carp. Whoa, I don't think that's a trophy. No, but it's a carp. How deep is that right there? So 80 foot out approximately, and it's 15 foot. That's deeper than I thought it would be. My guess is I could probably just scoot over a certain amount of squares. Let's see something. Let's see how deep this is over here in my barbell spot. How many squares is that? That don't even matter. Not when you're spotting. You wouldn't think it would matter. Barbell. What's this? Barbell comp 2 p.m. sunny Dead Valley. Trophy barbell. March 23rd. How deep is this? It's 11 foot, I wonder. Hey John, how you doing, buddy? You got some more cut? I do too, Richard, and that's what I'm doing. I would be playing in some comps or something, guys, but I guess I should put just a little in. I just need to find a couple spots, but if you didn't see that, Richard, I basically just spotted a spot. My assumption is I could probably scoot down, kind of like Big was saying on the asp. A certain amount of squares, my guess. So if I just cut that there, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably about like right in here. I only had one good comp yesterday. I've had three days of torture, John. I took top 10 on the cats and night catchers I've seen. Hey, Alan, how you doing, buddy? But also, Richard, what I was thinking too is, couldn't a guy just spawn, like right now, am I only going to get one? It's almost evident I'm only going to get one trophy carp here. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to put out a certain amount to, like, do you really want to cast 160 ounces at one spot and only get one trophy carp out of it? Especially in 2 hours. I mean, you're looking at, to get 10 of them, that's 80 minutes, isn't it? Or no? I mean, depending on how quick you can spot, you don't want to do, like, way out there and spot a gazillion times. I just proved you can get one right there. I'm just wanting to see if it cycles through and gives me another one. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by, huh? Appreciate it. I'm not doing anything too exciting, by the way, boys. I'm practicing before a tournament that starts here in a month, but I wanted to get a little bit in. At the same time, the comps were horrible today, so. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Richard. I don't know. I'll test it out here in a second in the next spot. I'm trying to just see if this plays out, because this was a 160 ounce mix, but I didn't even get it all out and got an 18 pounder off of it 77 foot out, so. I found the same thing when I was doing a recatch, and that's what got me thinking when I realized the Q1 was here, and correlation with what Big had said about the asp and stuff. My assumption is it probably really don't matter where the hell you go, as long as there's carp there. I'm thinking timing and hope that you get decent sizes. But since they top out at 22, I guess an 18 is not bad. I'm assuming you're probably going to need, what, 10 19s to qualify? I don't even know what the cutoff is on that thing. The good news is it doesn't start for a month or so, I think. But since my buddy channel, and you guys again tuning in, if you are on PlayStation and you want to practice for this this thing here, Bergie's in there now. It starts here in a little under an hour, so I probably should rotate out, huh? Okay. Give me one more second. Is it gonna bite? That don't seem big. No, that's not a big one. let me just look for, okay. That could be a spot one for sure. I'll just go to the next spawn point. I don't know why there wouldn't be. How deep is this? I think they'd be in 8 foot of water. I don't know why they wouldn't be. Whoa, not that. How far is that out there? Alright, boys. Let's just see if... Bear with me, fellas. The remix again. I gotta pay attention to time too because thing starts in a second or two. Alright, fellas, I'm just gonna, if I can keep count, I'm just gonna cast out 10 times and just see what happens. A, will I get a carp? B, will it be a trophy carp? Also, a guy wonders too, Richard, if you're still there. I wonder if you could probably just use 3 spots, to be honest. Just go back to the spawn point a certain amount of time. By the time you spot out and get your trophy, you could probably just go back and respawn 2, 3 areas, theoretically. Thank you. Spent a lot of time at St. Croix, but still comes down to our friend. With your friend RNG, for sure. I think sometimes a lot of things I've learned with a lot of people that's helped out on the channel, and thanks to all those guys. A lot of fishermen putting their heads together. Kind of, some of the stuff is definitely, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the way I kind of, after Big saying that for sure, a lot of the maps are just kind of gridded out, so to speak. So, I mean, not that marks aren't important, but I think just knowing what overlaps and what doesn't and what the certain grid area is, maybe. Had 160 ounces, I'll just put out half of it. 2 more casts. In other words, since they top out at 22, if you can hop around catching enough of them quick, you would think that, is that 5 per? Was that 161? Hold on a second. 161. That's pretty close. Let me put out, just see what happens here. I wonder if I'm going to try one thing too. Just to see, I'm going to put one big X-Series carp hook on. Did I bring it? Oh, gosh, I did. I'm going to try 1.50 just to see how dumb that is. Probably too big for the, but if a 21 or a 22 pounder grabs it, then I'll know. Other than that, I'll just stay in a nice control and rock 3 O's. And that's assuming there's a carp here. That's 11 foot, so maybe might not be deep enough. Throw out sweet corn just for fun. Would have a plum, a strawberry, sweet corn. Did I bring tiger nut? What the hell did I bring? Plum, I know. Citrus. Let's try tiger nut. Probably could have been 5 rods too, to be honest, but I'll be curious if I even get a carp over here. This may be a blank, boys. Hold on, I need to check how much time I got for that thing too, because I'll have to restock. 32 minutes. I gotta pay attention to time. Need to save myself about 4 minutes so I can restock on some stuff. That's a lot of spot stuff you'll need for 2 hours. Good grief, 2 hours real time. That's a lot of mix. I'm gonna try something else too. I'm gonna try something else. It's if. Just see what happens. The Steam boys have to make all their. I was just thinking that, man. We don't have to on PlayStation, I don't think. Because I remember Big saying that once I was playing in the Come On Carp and he was trying to tell me. I was like, I don't think. You guys are definitely glitched out over there. Spices, strawberries. Got 2 bananas. I'll try it sinking. I'm gonna try 1.0 just to see. My guess is this may not be deep enough. That's gonna suck though if you have to spot out that much just to get one lousy carp and then move on to the next spot. They never make it easy, do they? I wonder if. What about that boat or the the boat spawn? That's deep off that boat spawn, isn't it? I'm trying to think if you could do. That spawn's deep, isn't it? I know you can get them by the. can get him by the bridge too, right? I know I can get him there. I know we can get him there. Probably there. I'm trying to think where else I caught carp. Let's see what happens. In other words, this could be a trout-only grid. Not sure. Because I probably should have had a bite by now. In other words, I'm debating on saving this mix right now. Pulling up this marker. Boat dog float feeder and Haven and the barbel spot at the top. Yeah, the barbel spot for sure I knew. I just wanted to test it and see. That's why I didn't throw out all my mix. Because I should have had at least with the 1-0 out there. Let me give it another minute or so. Because I think all I ever caught over here was trout, but just curious. I'm just looking for convenience as well. Because the odds are this will probably be the only practice I do today. Maybe one more right before the actual qualifier. At least for this lake. What's the other We don't even know, do we? What's the other two qualifiers in this thing, Richard? Cali, I know, is one. What's the Q3 then? Actuba? That would probably be, if it's all common carp for the qualifiers. It would have to be Cali and Actuba. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be deep enough. Sander Baggersby maybe. Let me try the boat spawn. How deep is this out here before I waste my damn time? Is it Sanders? Let's see about that far out, how deep that is. That's still not deep. Hey, Rod. Hey, Dutch, how you doing, buddy? Trying to find some other carp spots, man. I thought for sure this would be deeper. It is not deep. Doesn't necessarily have to be deep for carp. Oh, what the hell. Already got it mixed up. Let me just try. Nice. You get an end dream, Brain? Hell yeah. Keep stacking them. Those guys are probably sickos over there too, aren't they? They probably put up 600 points on that thing or something crazy. Your repair for 365. I bet you still made a good profit though, Dutch. But yeah, I was wondering when you stayed there forever. I played in that once, Richard, and I did something to my mix, me being me, doing different things. Boy, I killed the water on top of the dead peak in that one. That one was a long half hour of a comp that I streamed. I can't remember what it was, but boy, I broke the water. Let me tell you. It was long. I don't even know if I caught a bream. It was that, I'd killed the water that bad. I even tried spawning somewhere else and redoing it, but it didn't matter where I went. I could have been dead like 2 and I just didn't know it, but pretty sure I killed the water. Only thing I can tell you on that, Richard, that I have figured out on most of those, if it's cloudy, you're better off going with X flavor and octopus, no matter what else you mix it with, and catfish destroyer versus grand fish as your secondary to the big riverine. I have figured that much out. You had your keep net down to 3%. Owie. That's all right. It's all that big money you're raking in. That's all right. You'll have all that money, Dutch, like I said again. All the Halloween, the 4th of July, the St. Patty's Day, all those things, Christmas, so go around and get your gifts. All the traveling will be easy on you when you got those deep pockets, man. Alright, I could have did all this for nothing, fellas, but I'm trying to find spots here, so. See if I can even get a bite. Odds that I get a bite off this 5-0 are pretty damn slim, but. Oh, you just got nice 16 pounder. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just be able to move. Where did I catch that? What mark is that? What I'm thinking, is this the wall? I got that like right here, didn't I? Yeah, carp one. I bet all I'd have to do is probably just walk down here if I really wanted to. 6 squares or whatever. I could probably just come down X amount. In other words, I could probably catch one there and then just walk down if I wanted to. But I'm trying to make it more convenient so I can just go from spawn point to spawn point. Also possible you could just use 2 spots, to be honest. The game's kind of weird like that sometimes. I found that to be the case, and I put up a decent score. I can't remember what it was in that Q3 for the catfish thing, spotting at Sandersby in that Catfish World Cup. I ended up qualifying in Q3, but I think I was 1 unique away from qualifying in the Q2 at Sandersby, and that's all I did, basically. 3 different spots I spotted. But this is not looking too good. And who in the hell am I up against in this thing? 1, 2, yeah, all good spotters. Now I'm starting to second guess. Am I going to have to throw out like 3/4 of the mix to even know? I thought for sure I'd get something off of 1-0. I do get impatient too. I got about 10 minutes. I'll actually set an alarm on my phone so I don't forget. Set it for 12. Let me see. Uh, According to my buddy Big Legit, it's 15 minutes real time after your first spot hits the water. So as soon as your first spot hits the water, about 15 minutes real time. I'd ask, great question because I'd asked that before myself because I'd heard different things, but I think it's pretty accurate what Big had said. See, and that's what I'm thinking in my head, superhero, for even for this thing. What the hell am I doing? I keep going to octopus. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Hell, if you throw it all out, and it takes you 6 to 8 minutes to throw out that much of a mix, gosh, that's a lot of time. But in essence, you could almost just have 3 spots, to be honest, but who knows? I've never played in it, so I'm just thinking out loud myself. In other words, I don't want to tell you wrong. Maybe you need 4 or 5 spots. Let me chum this a little more and just see if anything different happens. I find it odd that I didn't get at least one carp. Or I could just go to the other spot. But let me see what happens here. I threw out 70 ounces. So let me take this down to 100. See what happens. If I take this close to 100 or 105 range, then I'll have 105 for one more spot before I gotta go back and reload stuff. I think that's on my big hook too. Let's take me down to 104. What's 102? Let's see what happens. Damn, that's on my 5.0 too. Thought it was on my 5.0. I don't know if it's a trophy or not, but 18, another 18. Okay, there's spot 2 for me. That will work. This might help out somebody someday. Right there. Another 18 pounder. That did seem to take about 100 ounces, boys, and that was on a 50X series. No sense in me staying, so I got... Did I not relabel that, doofus? Did not relabel that. Otherwise, I'm bad at erasing stuff, boys. Bear with me. Carp number 2. How much time do I got? Dude, I don't have much time. Okay, we know that spot didn't work for me. That spot. Should I just try the bridge? The boat spot worked. We know that works. I know the top spot worked. Let's try the bridge. That makes the most sense. Then basically I got 4 spots. And I'm going to bust it to the right instead of the left. Dude, is it going to let me down here or no? Will it let you down here? Can I fish right here? Come on, bro. I don't know if I like all that nonsense. Oh, this will work. How deep is it? I don't want to go way out there. I want to be like right in there. Is it deep enough? 9 foot. I've done twice now. How far is that? Is that too far? That isn't bad. Hey, Marky, how you doing, buddy? I'm practicing before practice. Not any good comps really on the day. I might play in one later, I'm not sure, but most of them are crappy. There's a custom template a buddy of mine put up for the Q1 marquee. That's the next big tournament coming up. It's the Mighty Carp. I've never played in it, so he's got one up. Channel does. Anybody that's on PlayStation. It starts here in I think about 10 minutes or so. Man, that's a lot of, even at 100 ounces or 102 ounces, what I got in here, I'll see if I get a hit. But even at 102 ounces, that's a lot of casting for one trophy carp that's only going to top out at best 22 pounds. For the medium and lower level guys, this tournament coming up is definitely not a cheap one. Factoring in all your gear and boilies and mixes and spod rod and good grief. You haven't broke the 300 yet? Big had told me something the other day, Marky, and it's been working out for me. I started just rotating, caught one pike per spot, and that seemed to help keep a steady bite rate on that. I have had over 300. I think I did 330, 345, and 360 three times in a row now. My last three scores somewhere in that realm. So if that helps you, man, next time you're playing it. 12 inches deep. Didn't matter if it was the rainy day or the sunny day. It seemed to work out on a float. I'll get a couple rods out here real quick. I am surprised that 18 pounder bit a 5.0, but it did. Dang, that's my alarm already. My apologies. I have to hurry. I guess I could just test this spot live. You already grinded for the October? Yeah, I would grind. If it doesn't bore you in between comps, I'd definitely grind the hell out of that stuff, Richard. You tested that thing as well. That new fighting mechanism. I keep saying it, but just keep to remind people, if you do have the Congo unlocked or you've spent money to get the Congo thing, I would definitely bank up some money on it. Yeah, it's worked for me 3 times in a row, Marky. Hey, Alex, how you doing, buddy? All right, I only give this about 3 minutes, guys, and I gotta go load up on some mix and stuff. I just wanted to see if this spot would pay off. Double check that thing. Again, anybody watching this, friendly reminder, Channel Cat has this put up. It starts in 7 minutes, so anybody on PlayStation that's wanting to practice for that tournament that's here next month, he's put up kindly enough to put up a Q1. It is 2 hours long, but it's a good time to test things out, spots, mixes, that sort of thing. Obviously, it's not a big prize pool or anything. This is just for practice to hopefully get you some kind of a game plan. And at first glance, it looks like a lot of work just to try to get you, I guess, a 15 to 22 pound carp somewhere in there per spot. I was really hoping you could get 2 per spot, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. And I don't know that I can trust this spot just yet. So I got 3 spots for sure. I was hoping this could be a 4th spot. Well, that'd be great if this is a carp. It's got to be a carp, right? It does appear to be a trophy. On a 1-0, it's got to be a trophy. There you go, boys. This will be a nice 4-spot rotation. Anybody that might need it. There's a 19 pounder on a 1-0. Go figure, fellas. That was only a 100-ounce mix, too, fellas. You've seen it here. I thought that was 102 ounces, so that's going to be a pain in the butt, but alright. If anybody needs another spot, there's a spot right there. Carp 3. There we go, fellas. Alright, I gotta get the hell out of Dodge. I need to restock. Hold on, let's see this here. So I caught one on a 5.0 and one on a 1.0. This should just be a common, yeah. One on a 3-0, one on a 5-0, and one on a 1-0. Alright, I gotta get the hell out of here and then come back. I got 4 minutes, god dang, I gotta be quick. Now the question is, will it work in the template? That peak was a little different, but not much. I couldn't find the exact weather pattern, but channel will have an accurate one, so. Alright, what the hell do I gotta do? Man, I should have left myself more time. How much space? I got 8 spaces, so I need to dump some stuff as quick as I can. My luck, I'm gonna run out of mix. I only need 17s here, so I better dump this real quick. Oh, I need hemp. That's gonna be the key. Make sure I got plenty of these. Damn, I wish I had more time. If I'd had more time, I could probably put a bigger mix together and just split it. Do a 190 ounce mix and split it twice. I might have been able to pick 2 spots up with one mix. That's going to be the part that's going to piss me off. Okay, for sure I need plenty of freaking carp rival. Not that carp rival. I like how they always trick you into that. Where the hell's the carp rival? Right there. 1, 2. I think I'm gonna run out of space. Hold on 1 second, fellas. I know I can dump some of this stuff. I'll just have to get it out later. I'll need that for the next grass cutter. I'm gonna be cussing myself because I took it out of here. I need space though. Take that over to home storage. Do I got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got plenty of those. I need 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's some hemp corns. Two, 3, I'll get 4. 2 of these. Hope I have enough room for my aromas. 1, 2. Make sure plenty of that. I signed in, I'm signed in. It's getting ready to start already. Go and join the lake. Oh god, I hope I got enough. Yeah, I should have enough bait. If not, I got plenty of sweet corn, boys. I'm pretty sure I was on. I think it should start at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. with a crappy peak. Yep. Okay, I had that part right at least. Did you get you one off the boat, Jetty? Nice, bro, nice. I used to just get them off of sweet corn even, so I might even, where the hell is my first spot? Was it right here? I just thought of something though too. These guys probably had their stuff pre-mixed. That's gonna kill a little bit of my time. But we are here to experiment. Yep, that's the spot. Wait a minute. Is that pig changed? No, it didn't. I thought that pig changed. That was weird. This is what's gonna kill my time. He gave us 10 minutes extra though. No, still run this first. I'm gonna start with sweet crucian unless something weird happens. It is sunny, so I should be able to do. I'll do all fruities if I wanted to, probably. I'm gonna keep X flavor in though. Alright, let's hope I don't run out of. I got another idea, but I'm just scared to do it. I might do it towards the end. Let's just see. I want to see if these spots pay off or not. 161 ounces. So I actually need to take out. I need to spot until I got 58 ounces left, I guess, and I can throw my stuff out and just dump it. But I sure wish I could just do 2 spots. I know a mix I could probably make it work. But let me start out. I just want to test some stuff first. I should have paid attention, but my guess is 7 minutes only at 80 foot. Maybe less. In other words, earlier I threw out 102 ounces and got a 19.5 pounder, but can you get consistent 20s if you throw out all of it? That's another thought that I had a second ago as well, but damn, that's a lot of spotting, boys. This will not be a cheap tournament when the time comes. So I'm going to take it down to about 55 ounces and throw my rods out and see what happens. And the only thing counts in this practice is trophy carp. I'm just doing 4 in a spot. Now, in the actual thing, I probably will. I'm merely here just to learn some stuff. I did decent there. If you guys didn't notice, just hopping around and finding spots. So I'm gonna basically I'm testing some stuff out. But yeah, when the real thing comes, I think you're better off having 5, don't you, Richard? Maybe 6 with me. I'm good at breaking stuff. Keynote 2, I don't know if it made any difference, but when I set my rod up, I got some smaller rods and I did pair it with the X Series fluoro that I had an abundance of. So yeah, it's always good to have a spare. I can't remember what I played in once and did something. I think I lost my closed feeder and didn't even have a closed feeder on me or something in something I was playing in. Yeah, I'll have to, North. I'll have to have 2 backups, right, bro? You know me. He's been watching. He's been tuning in. The good news is, boys, you have seen that I am human. I am not a bot. I do make mistakes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That and all the mix you put out, superhero. Damn. It's not definitely not a lucrative. That's why, like I said, other than doing the recatch here, uh, a lot of people probably haven't. Just depending on how your game played out for you as you're leveling up, this is not a place that I would have picked to level up. Now I do enjoy fishing for the trout here, but it's not something that I would have picked lake-wise to level. I'd come back to do the recatch and stuff here. Got all my checklist done, but other than that, I probably wouldn't. The barbel's fun to spot for. The carps just don't get big enough to outside of a comp or something to entertain my interest. Yeah, it would be cheaper to throw your wallet. Good point. Throw your wallet in there, superhero, instead. For sure. I'm just gonna run a 3-0. Sweet corn just to see if anything takes it before that. Now then, I'm also contemplating. Should I just throw all my mix out? What I'm thinking in my head earlier, pregame here before coming into this, I didn't. Yeah, I did seem to take that 102 ounces earlier, so. But I also didn't cast it all out, so maybe I should just. Yeah. There's a 21. Channel's not playing. Channel knows his routine. If anybody was watching earlier when we looked to see what the biggest one caught was, Channel did have that up on the leaderboard already. You got yours ready for a practice run? Yeah, I can tell you too, guys. One thing I will say, once if you guys are unfamiliar with the spotting or just learning, the spotting in particular makes all the European lakes better as well. It really does. Even if you're going for something simple on your recatch for your uniques in your, what the hell yeah, I know when I did the recatch, even for something like that, I would have never probably got that for the longest time if I didn't spot for that when I came back to do the recatch. Now I'm starting to wonder if I didn't cast too much of this out. That is not a trophy. If it is, it's small. Nope, that's not even a trophy. So he's got a 21 and a 16. Hey Tony, how you doing, buddy? Doing good, man. Practicing a Q1 for the upcoming thing here in a month. Trying to figure out these cart, man. Think you're gonna mess around with Tiber? Yep. Doesn't hurt to have you a little bit of routine, Richard, and then maybe right before, a couple days before it, maybe have refresh yourself on your routine so you don't overdo it. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it looks really expensive, Superhero. It does look really expensive as well on your old game credits for sure. I don't even know what the rewards in it. I've never played it myself, so I don't even know what the rewards. Sometimes, other than participating in them, I can't remember which one. That Bait Fiesta. I think Richard liked that Bait Fiesta. Boy, I had the worst. The one Q2 I was looking forward to, I got dead legged or whatever the hell you guys would call it on my Q2, and I have a million marks, and I've farmed the hell out of Tri-Hero there. But anyway, long story short, I think all three of those qualifiers, I think it gave away. Was it a bell or not a bell? What was it? A bobber. I think an X Series Waggler or something, and gave away. And I was thinking, what? All that time put in, my reward was an X Series Waggler if I was to get lucky enough. Give you an excuse to finish your recatch. Yep. Also, one thing you guys will all notice too. Let's see what happens. Let me see. So I should have got common. The semis was the X Series bell. It sounds amazing. Alright, I was gonna say, I was thinking in my head, it was an X Series bell. I couldn't remember. One of my scenes I thought, I'm like, what's an X Series bell gonna do exactly? Is it gonna ring me in some more fish or what? Nah, I wish I would have bought 5 rods, Richard. Maybe I should fish for some trout while I sit here. So it's a little bit lower octaves, what you're saying? It doesn't help you with RNG, but it will help you easier on your ears, in other words. I gotcha. Well, that'd definitely be worth it. Bargie's up there with the 20, damn near 21 pounder. Okay, I do got a fish. Okay, that should be a trophy. I don't know if he's big enough though. It's a trophy, I think. Ouch! They're hitting me with a horrible... Should I let this play out? No, that's probably how my Q1 will go, boys. Hit me with the 10-pounder. I know they love me. Here's the bad part, Richard. That's you know how much 160 ounces cost a guy. Yeah, Zorro, it's free down. It's free to download, free to play. I've said this before. I don't work for Fishing Planet. It is a great game. There is in-game purchases, but I would recommend you just downloading it. It's free to play. It's one hell of a grindy game, bro. It'll take you a while to level up, but I'd say just download it, play it for a little bit, and go from there. If you enjoy fishing in real life and you enjoy gaming, you'll probably like it. It can also be torturous, though, Ro. If you're good at fishing, and it's really fun in free mode. Now the comps and the other things will get you kind of frustrated here and there. Zero throwing it. Zero throwing it. I'm lost to what you mean, Bergie. What do you mean by a zero throw? Well, I just spotted for 27 minutes and got a 10-pound trophy. That's probably the way my real Q1 will go. Oh, you already like it so. It's enjoyable torture, Zoro. Just kind of like real life fishing. If you realized you forgot your bait at home, or your rod and reel, or you get snagged right off the bat, and all the time you put in to get everything ready to go fishing, and you don't catch anything. It's kind of like real life fishing, pretty much sometimes. Oh, you only had one ball. I got you. Well, you still got a 20-pounder out of it, bro. I dumped a whole truckload of spod mix in here, Berg, and didn't get but a 10-pounder. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm just gonna play them just for the experiments and to have fun with it, Richard. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, all the money a guy could put in this. You missed the boat turning, starting out my gear, and missed the sign-up deadline by a few seconds. Lesson learned. Yeah, it's always the little things you overlook, superhero, right? Hold on, I want to see something. Channel, no, can you get 2 trophies from one spot? Channel probably knows. Oh yeah, there is boats. I'm sorry I missed that. Thanks for helping me out, superhero. Sometimes I'll miss the chat there. So yeah, you can get boats as well. You can earn them. There is special boats that you can buy with real cash. Again, I don't work for Fishing Planet, but you can basically play this game and get pretty much anything you need to fish. It just number one thing is it just takes you more time to get there. That's what I meant by grinding. It's a game where if you learn how to farm, you'll do just fine. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's very realistic in some aspects. The game feel, the graphics. There's amazing lakes. You just kind of got to basically level your way up from lake to lake. Okay, channel says yes sometimes. So that's can already see how that's going to go. Alright, I'm going to give this one more minute and I'm getting the hell out of here. That is not what a guy wanted. See, that's the whole kicker there, 160 ounces for 10 pounds. That's going to be the hard part about this thing. So now basically I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Let me give it a couple more seconds here. The spot did work, but I only got a 10 pounder. Yeah, probably wasting my time. Alrighty, fellas. Over to the boat I go. And now all this over again. Are you not able to hold the rod? Yeah, you can hold the rod. This is actually, we're practicing for a tournament upcoming that starts here in about a month or so we're just trying some new stuff out. But yeah, you can hold the rod, but we're using rod stands so you can have a multi-rod setup, so to speak. You can lure fish, bait fish. As far as the fish species, if you like fishing for shark, there's bull shark, there's unique Nile perch, tigerfish, bass, of course, crappie, pretty much every fish in real life. Now here I want to say in a couple months, we don't know for sure when it's going to release. They're actually going to release ocean fishing, which a lot of us that's been playing the game for years or more, we're all looking forward to that. So pretty much anything that could be fished for in real life, Fishing Planet does have for the most part. Did the stream pause? It might be. I'll wait until somebody else responds. I got it pulled up on my phone as for now. Uh, is the game buffer or is my stream buffering, guys? It might be on a little bit of a delay. It might be his connection. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It could be your connection, so I've got it pulled up on my phone and it looks alright. I think it's just you, Zoe, unfortunately, buddy. You might close it out and come back in if you needed to. Alright, now if I get another 10-pounder over here, I'm going to have to make some kind of an adjustment. I'm hoping that was just bad luck. Bad luck. Alright. That's almost exactly half of my mix, so let's see what happens. Oh, did you see that? Yeah, I knew what you meant, Zoe. Yeah, that was not fun today. That was not, I felt like I was belling hay today, Josh. In other words, the grass grew like 2 inches overnight. Spot a lot quick. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Just practicing with a few guys here. There's that Mighty Carp tournament coming up here in a month. Throw that grass for free. I doubt I'll make $1 million on YouTube's, but hopefully I just make 1 million friends. Oh, good, Michael. That's why originally I'd started my channel to help out people that were on my friends list. So don't expect me to wow you with like extravagant thumbnails or anything like that. But a guy that understands the game decently and knows that people do need help. I actually had started my thing to kind of help out my friends on my friends list, so I didn't have to duplicate every message that I'd sent to people. So I started a channel merely kind of at the first to help them out, and then it's kind of grown from there. So I appreciate the positive feedback, and I'm glad it's helping you, man. I don't know if I killed the water last time. Here's the part that's going to be annoying about this one. Like I said, you're literally going to have to throw out. It's so odd throwing out that much mix just to get you one, hopefully 22-pound carp. If I don't get one 18 or better on this, I'm going to have to change my mix or something. Beavers has got him too. He's got a 20 and a 17, looks like. Now, Channel's supposed to have the worst luck because he's the one that created the template. That's why I used to always have Josh create a template so he would get the worst luck. Alright, That's a decent one. That's a 3.0. That's definitely over 10 pounds. Is this my 22 pounder? Lift and drop. There's a 19 pounder. I needed that. Yeah, the next one's the Mighty Carp, the Bobby, and that's a good one. The unicorns. Let me show you. Oh, did I double up? No, maybe. I'll take a double up. Did they double me up? They doubled me up, fellas. I'll take it. I'll take a double up. Hold on 1 second, bro. Let me try to help you. I'm just messing around anyway. I don't know what your setup is, bro, Michael, but you might be able to, do I got anything with me? You can, a lot of it's going to be your, here, oh, I got that with me. I don't know what rods and reels you got, but you're going to want for a jig head, I don't know if I should have said that on there. If you got this crayfish thing, let me show you one thing real quick. If you got this crayfish, let's say you're throwing this out. This is a lot lighter, so you won't need as much of a speed. And you just kind of simply hold your rod tip up like you would set your hook. If you're doing a lift and drop, that means that it's probably too heavy and your reel speed might be a little slow. So either increase your reel speed and just kind of hold the hook set. And that'll be a little better presentation. Just kind of play with your speed. Now the problem is, if you're trying to use that big Goliath that most people use in that, this monster here, even with this Empress, it's not going to have the recovery or the get up and go, so to speak. So if I throw that out there, I can still make it work on speed 3. And that's kind of a lift and drop there. But you might, if you're trying to get that twitch, of course I got a current here. You wouldn't have a current at the Everglades. But just play with your reel speed and make sure that you look at your... I can make it work on that one because I like the Empress, but if you do have a spod reel, just because of the recovery on it, see that's a 59 inches. This is 43, so make sure you don't have like a thunder spin or something on there to where your recovery on your inches there. Make sure you don't have something silly like a 35-inch recovery. That might be an issue that you're having. Alright, now where the hell was that other spot? The bridge? Alright, let's go test this spot. If you guys did notice that though, I did double up there, so my assumption is if you double up, get the hell out. Did I not mark this over here? I'm gonna be pissed off at myself if I didn't mark this over here. Did I really not mark that? Oh, I did. Yeah, like I said, just something to play with there, Michael. Something to play with. Practice it, before you trust it. Okay, I don't think there's nothing wrong with my mix, fellas. Boy, this is going to be a lot of... I keep saying this, but man, that's a lot of spotting for a fish or two. You can't download it on your iPad. Oh, that you can. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say that it is mobile as well. It is, I think, on all platforms now. Only platform I know, Zoe, is the PlayStation 5. So I couldn't really help you on like iPad questions, or somebody in chat might when the time comes. But I do know it's available on mobile. I only platform I played on is PlayStation. Yeah, I wish I would have started playing Michael a long time ago, man, on the comps, and it wouldn't seem like there was such an experience gap, man. Even for myself, that I knew I was good at the game, as far as leveling up, ranking, banking up millions upon millions of dollars. Getting into those comps is a whole nother thing for sure. Oh, you're welcome, Zoe. And thanks for stopping by, man. I hope you enjoy the game. It is a fun game. It will get frustrating at times, but it is a fun game. Berg just got 4 from one spot. Hacker. I wish that I wish I'd have known that. I'd have grinded that other spot out off that boat dock. I did get 2. I should have waited that out. That was nice. Berg, if you're watching, did they all come? Did they all come at once, like rapid fire? I didn't even see it happen. Good stuff, Berg. That's good to know, guys. Anybody watching this back, Bergie just got 4 in a row. That's a good one, Marky. Hey, Herman, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. That's funny, Mark. Marky says it'll add 10 years to your life. It will age you, bro. They were dupes. All right, awesome. Well, that's why I'm trying to stick my thing out. That's Bergie. Next time you play in the, do the same thing for the, with the right mix to oversize the commons you can fish. Okay, I was thinking that a second ago, legit. I was telling Richard, I don't think you'd really need more than 2 spots. And I literally just went around a couple spots, marked the spot out, mixed, thinking, because I figured that out at Willow before, and other things that if your mix is good, the fish will come to you. But that's why I was trying to figure out if you could get more than the 1. I got 2 at the one spot and 1 at the other, so I was just like, well. But yeah, that's good stuff, Marky. Comps will age you on here for sure. I think that's why I'm starting to get gray early. Gotcha. Yeah, amateur. I don't know what level you are. If you look around on my playlist, look on my playlist there on my channel. One video that might help you. I don't know what level you are yet. There's one like a startup guide to Fishing Planet that might help you if you look around on my playlist on guides and rotations. As far as setting up your gear, I went through like all the bottom rods and stuff, how to set up your gear, whether it's bottom rods, feeder rods, float rods, or match rods, spinning rods, casting rods. I went through all that to help a lot of the new players out. So feel free to look around on the channel. As far as like a one tip, I don't really just have a one. I'm level. Yeah, yeah. Every little helps. Yeah, I would look on there if you're level 15. I also got a couple rotational things. I'll complete more stuff once the new mechanism comes out. So I didn't want to get too far into it. Oh, I helped you on your rod setups. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, just look around the channel, and if the chat has got a wealth of knowledge as well, so feel free to ask a question in the chat if there's something that you need help with. I'm sure there's more people that could put their knowledge together. Do you get better fish the moment a practice comp? Hold on a second, Bobby. You might have to repeat that, Bobby. I missed what you said there. Do I get better fish? Practice comp. Do you get better fish the more you practice a comp? I think that's what you meant. I don't know, man. Some of the stuff. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Big. Oh yeah, that's what I thought you meant. I couldn't see the last part of it. No, I think Big's right. You pretty much are just kind of gaining experience, knowing your spots. Gray hairs for sure. Yeah, you'll get more gray hairs the more you practice. Not that, like I said, I try to practice enough and then fine tune a few things as you go, Bobby. But one thing I will stress, I've said before, even that I'm practicing this thing. Maybe practice enough to keep yourself fresh on it, but yeah, technique and rotation. But also, just on a side note, even like this thing here, I've told this story before, but be careful, yeah, and learn how to cuss. Because here's what can happen to you, Bobby, if you over practice for something. You go in and you have horrible results. It'll really piss you off. Testament to what Richard's talking about cussing there. And if I would have been mic'd for sound and me and John would have been mic'd for sound when we practiced for the Q1 on that World Catfish Tour thing, it would have been nothing but bleeps. Yep, yep. It will. In other words, you have to practice enough to know your rotation, your techniques, kind of like what Big's talking about. Just be careful that you don't overdo it. For real. In other words, the computer sometimes is literally just going to hand you what it's going to hand you, but you don't want to go in there completely. You don't want to be over prepared or under prepared, if that makes any sense. The, in other words, be prepared for some disappointment and be able to almost expect it at times. And I'm sure even with, yep, even rage quit. Oh, I wanted to yesterday playing, and it's been a long time since I wanted to. I wanted to rage quit the Trophy Whiskers yesterday because I could just tell my squares were off. It didn't matter what I did. But it is what it is. In other words, Bobby, be prepared for a roller coaster effect. But I think if I remember your statistics, you had 307 comps in, and you had 6 wins, 6 seconds, and 4 thirds or something along those lines. That's pretty good, man, considering just the amount that you put in. The utter disappointment, I'd crank the river. Yeah, that crank the river. Unfortunately, Jay, I don't know if you knew. You might not have been around. There's an actual a glitch there on that one that they cast into a certain spot. So I usually avoid that one, man. Okay, 17. Looks like we're. Okay, we can definitely get. This is a trophy. Assuming it's another trophy. Yeah, that's why I normally avoid it. Okay, the odd part I'm noticing too, they will bite a 5-0. I don't think it really matters. 1-0 to 5-0, to be honest with you. I've caught a 19.5 off of a 1-0 and a 16 off of 5-0, so I don't really think it matters too much. Big on a side note here, basically what you're saying is I could just respawn this same spot if I wanted to. I mean, I'll probably hop around just to see if there's any. Or to be honest, you could probably just go back and forth between two spots. 100%. Basically, it's just like Barbell Gant. Then, huh? I went downhill today, been playing comp since 4 a.m. and getting stopped all day. Hey, at least you got a fifth, Bobby. I don't know if you tuned in the last 3 days. I thought I was going to have Josh send me a pacifier. I had to get the binky ready because I was crying. Try to keep the box fresh. I might just, might as well. We're testing stuff anyway. But yeah, Bobby, the last 3 days on here has just been absolutely excruciating for me. I think I got a ninth place last night, but in 3 days, I think, yeah, just getting punished, bud. Absolutely pummeled. You'll learn that Fishing Planet, no matter how experienced you get at the comps, they will humble the best of us. It doesn't matter. No, I'm only on PlayStation, so I could only keep up with one console and one account, man. I do wish sometimes for sure it's cross-platform because I got a lot of people that I've met on Steam that are really cool people. Like my man Big, he supposedly started a account on PlayStation 5, but I'm wondering if he's pulling my leg. And Richard and all kinds of other guys that would be cool if it was cross-platform. So basically, Big, I could just leave those in the water and spot right over the top of it again. I'm gonna try it just for test purposes. That's why we're doing this, boys. So let me go ahead and load back up and see what happens. Yeah, I was thinking at least the free fishing part of it. Now, if yep, I get it. I knew right where you're going. That just opens myself up to more glitchers and cheaters, and yeah, I get it, man. But yeah, as far as playing with buddies, that would be fun. A little more fun for sure. Yeah, it would be fun, but yeah, as far as with all the hacks that they have on PC versus console, I can imagine yeah, it would be probably me cussing when I don't want to. All right, fellas, so I'm gonna test this out and just stay in this one spot. Oh, and I was gonna, I got a gamer buddy, D's Universe. You guys probably heard of him. I know I've seen him talk about it before, but I haven't played enough COD to know. So that's crossplay. I can only imagine. Yeah, I'm pretty. There is. We're talking kind of like for comps, Zoe. In other words, there's all kinds of cheats and stuff they can do, whether they can see fish that are underwater and that sort of thing. We're talking about for like competitions, not for them to like actually hack your game or something. I don't think. I think we're talking more of uh, players getting unfair advantages and competitions. All right, so I'm just gonna spot the heck out of this spot and see what happens. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Marky. Oh no. No, you cannot. Hey, I appreciate that, Zoe. Yep. I started my channel, I think, in April, though, so I'm happy where I'm at. But no, no, man, if you lose your monster lure, you're screwed, bro. In other words, I'll use a perfect example. The golem lure that you get from St. Croix, if you finish the monster mission and caught the monster, uh, once you catch the monster, you're pretty much toast if you lose it. So looking back, I wish I would not have finished the monster mission at St. Croix. I have not lost my golem lure, but I would have negated finishing the mission. That way, if I lost it, all I had to do is catch the weeds or whatever it was. You like the turtle spin? It just kind of depends, man. I finished all mine, but I didn't know that. I think maybe people in chat might chime in on this. It would kind of depend on the lure, wouldn't it? He's kind of asking maybe is he better off not to finish in all the monster missions? I think it would depend on, in my opinion, would be the depending on what the lure was. Like some of them you might just get something silly, so you might as well finish it. But one in particular, I think most people would agree with. Don't finish the monster mission at St. Croix. That way you can always go back and get your golem lure again. I know that would have been one for sure I would have skipped. Yeah, there you go. Just don't finish the golem one for sure. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Turtle spin, yeah. Yeah, I don't either, but I think in some of the well, you know how I feel, Richard. I use the a lot of people love it for sharks, so uh, I've got an hour and 15 minutes, bro. It's an hour and 15 minutes left in this. Big or Josh or somebody might be able to answer that. They're more of the OG. I haven't been playing. Can you stop it? Can you stop it though, Redwire? First time I got the Homer, I wasn't fishing for the monster. Shoot. I'm trying to understand the question, superhero. You mean can you stop the mission? As long as you haven't caught as long as if you've got the lure and you haven't caught the monster, I think that's what you're saying. If you have not caught the monster and you lose the golem lure, you can go back because basically you got to go over and do the prerequisites again. In other words, you have to go through and I can't remember what you had to snag there. That's been so long since I've gotten that. just to keep it simple for yourself. If it's a lure or something that you're scared that you're going to lose, just don't catch. Once you get the lure to catch it, just don't complete the mission. Okay, it is weed and backlash. Okay, yep. In other words, if you were to lose it and you haven't caught the monster yet, all you'd have to do is go catch 5 weed and backlashes. Can you only play for a certain time? In the comps, yes. On the game, no. Free modes, whenever you want to play it, you can play it. If that's what you mean, though. And the competitions themselves, it basically just starts a countdown, and you have a certain amount of time to catch as much as you can. Dude, I don't know. Trying to see if this will cycle back through. It might have been better for me to just rotate a couple spots. Let me try resetting my rods. Maybe that'll do it. Trying to see if I can just get another trophy here. You think it would work? I know it does seem like I'm getting a better fish off that boat dock. Oh, good question. I know what you mean, superhero. I'm trying to think. No, you can't get more than 1,500, Bobby, unfortunately. You're welcome, Zoe. Hold on a second there. Are you not overbait your swim bait? Game like real world. I'm confused there, gamer. You might have to retype that. Are you not overbait your swim bait game like real world? You mean am I over spotting my location? Maybe. I'll give it a few more minutes and see what happens. If not, I'll rotate. Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Richard. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can overspot it. Yeah, yeah, you can. You can kill the water by overdoing it. That's why I'm thinking in my head I might be able to just spot the spot. I probably should just go from one. In other words, I think I probably could have went right back to the dock and it might have worked out. But what Big's saying, if you refresh it the right amount of time, in other words, I could have, in essence, amateur killed the water. Yes, correct. I could have very well killed the water by overdoing it. And it could just take a little time to cycle them through too, because it looks like they're coming in again now. This should be another trophy, so that's 100% confirmed. Um, you can just stay at the same spot. Also, if you needed to change the scenery, you could just go from one spot to the next, I guess, too. Oh my Lana. You know what's funny? There's something to learn. Did you guys see what happened there? That didn't count because I didn't have a boilie on. That fish didn't count because I had a boilie on. Or I mean, I didn't have a boilie on. I had sweet corn. I'm gonna have to keep a mental note for myself on that. All right, thanks for stopping by, Zoe. But yeah, you could basically just stay in one spot. But I'll probably go back to the dock just for fun. Wow, I'm glad I figured that out. Dang, I let an 18 pounder go to waste too, boys. Yes, sir, but at least we're doing it in the practice thing, so it's just a practice thing. It doesn't really count for anything. We're just trying to learn stuff, so that's definitely a cheaper lesson learned, but yeah. Now I know for sure. Boilies only. You just got you. Dirk got him a 130K buck. Nice, bro. Which one did you get? How you doing, Sparky? Testing out stuff. Channel put up a custom Q1 practice for the carp thing that's upcoming here in a month or so or less. So we're here trying things out. Not very good comps on today, so. The 30 horsepower motorboat, nice. Way better than the kayak, I bet, man. Yeah, well, what I did, Sparky, I had a carp rod on, but I caught one on sweet corn. A nice 18 point some pounder. I just went to waste. You know me, Sparky, always trying to be different. I had sweet corn on one of my setups, so of course, but at least I figured that out. Do what, Strangler? Is 71,000 71? Center on points normal for meaty fellas for first place. I can tell you for meaty fellas, Bobby, on I don't know if you know, but on at least on PlayStation they use the Troy unless they've changed something. I don't know what the peaks are, but I've seen those guys get up 24,000 points, man. If you're on Xbox, I don't know if it. I think the Woodsman or somebody was telling me that Xbox, the scores are lower on it. So I don't know if it's because there's less people that play on it or something's a little different. Maybe I don't know, but that seems like a low score. I just got home from work, Strangler, here about 2 hours ago, man. I told you I was playing in. I told you I was playing in Channels thing. I didn't even know what time yours was, man. And what, I don't say anything about that barely rods. Maybe it could be just in the, yeah, I was thinking that too. Channel might have, when he set this up, Sparky, you would think corn would be allowed. I like sweet corn. That's what's funny was I was doing the recatch here. I didn't even use, I never used the boilies here. No, and all I looked at today was all the comps look like garbage, Strangler, and Channel had stopped by and said he'd let me know that they're going to practice for this, and it was around 2. Okay, yeah, he might have just put boilies only. I'd never played in it, Sparky, so I didn't know, but I did figure, yeah, they put up an astronomical, I'll look here in a second, Bobby. I don't know what the last one was, but I've seen them put up 24,000 points. But they're flip casting, spod reeling, Troying all those catfish in. That's one I do not play in. Unless that's a weird peak, but yeah, I've seen him get as high as 24,000 in it. I usually look at the scores. But yeah, probably 8,000 pounds is a pretty good score if they were doing a traditional bottom rod or a equal match or something like that. But yeah, I can tell you, man, this is going to be a lot of spun. Good grief. Is it a 30-day stay for the 16-foot? Was he looking for? I thought he was looking for the 8.0. I could be wrong. I'm not the 8.0, the 8-footer. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I should test this and see if I can max it. Should I test it and see if I can max this? Yeah, I can max it. That's a perfect balance, too. Okay, that one counted. Only 16, though. That's not a trophy. Let's see if this is a trophy. That's a trophy. Let's see if I get a bigger one on X Series 5.0 or an X or just a regular 1.0. I got a bigger one on just a regular 1.0. Go figure. Do I be lazy and just stay here and respot again, or do I just go back? I'm thinking about just going back to the other spot. Sparky, if you're still here, what was the cutoff on this thing last year? 180? 10-18 pounders? Or was it higher? It's probably going to go up. Okay, way higher than I thought then. Holy shnikes. So you basically need 10, 21 pounders to have a chance. Yeah, I knew the biggest one was 22. We'd figured that out earlier. Bergie's got a 23 pounder. Hacker. I was going to say 23. I just looked at the leaderboards a second ago, and I think Channel had a 22 up there. I wasn't for sure. I was asking in chat, and some of them were saying 22 and up there. I couldn't remember how big they got. I'm probably going to end up finding another spot, too, so I don't even have to walk over to here. Yep, that's what I was just going to do. I'll probably just have a 2-spot rotation, but Big's right. You could just sit and spot the same spot over and over, but what I'll probably do before the actual qualifier, I'll have 2 spots. Preferably when I don't have to walk all the way to here. Oh, Bergie's saying he's had, on your third account? What do you mean your third account? What the hell? Bergie, you got multiple accounts, bro? Welcome back, Tony. Yeah, you're still gonna get hammered by RNG, as we probably will know. I haven't played any of them, Tony. I've just been practicing in this thing. I got home from work about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Just got home from work. I may or may not play in this. I haven't decided yet, fellas. If I do, it'll be a little later. All the other comps pretty much suck today. Maku sucks. In my opinion, I don't like it. I'm definitely not staying up for Saltwater Giants. Tomorrow's schedule looks alright, if I get home in time. There's some decent ones on tomorrow. Yeah, chill stream. Just a chill stream. And I'm practicing at this here, so. Practicing for this thing here. Definitely not going to over practice for it, but. Enough to where I'll know what I'm somewhat doing and just hoping I get good luck. I'm thinking about doing, nah, I don't think it's going to matter. I know a couple of my bigger fish came off a 1.0, so, and I've got an X Series 5.0 carp hook, and it hasn't really did anything overwhelming for me. Hey, Typhoon fan, how you doing, buddy? I used to watch Tfue. I haven't watched Tfue in a long time. I used to watch a lot of the Fortnite guys. I like Cypher, Tfue, Ninja, Nick Marks, of course. Back when I played Fortnite. Oh, you think he stopped playing? I was going to ask you that. That's why I hadn't even looked at Twitch in a hot minute. Do I know what Freak Roller is? No. Is it a game, Tony? What did I do? Did I not put on? Oh, I didn't. I'll cast this out and I cast more out. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Never heard of it. I've never heard of it, Tony. On the safe side, if they put something that you feel that's inappropriate or you don't know what it is, you can always remove the comment. Remove the comment or put them in timeout. To get that good at if you're talking Fortnite, I never really got real good at Fortnite. It's taken me a decent amount of time to evolve and get a little better in this game. Hey, David, how you been, buddy? How's it going? Yeah, this is Tiber Allen. I'm practicing for, or I'm playing a template for practice on that upcoming. There's going to be a Mighty Carp tournament, I think, next month or the end of this month or something. Anyway, it's usually the next one on the schedule. So, Channel Cat there. Channel Cat Fish had set one up. He told me about it yesterday. So, several of us had came in that never played in it, just trying to try some different stuff out so we kind of know what to do here in a month. I figured I'd just put up a chill stream just to have a little bit of fun, and I might play in a comp later, but the schedule is horrible today for the comps. If this is a trophy, I don't even know if I casted enough out. Apparently I did. Uh, I'd probably say, I've played it for almost 4 years now. I've probably got like 195 bucks into the game. About $50 a year. That's normally, if they put out a good DLC, I didn't need it to get better at the game. There's certain DLCs, Tfue fan, that offer special boats. So probably 85 of the bucks I spent just to get certain boats. That's the only way you could get them is to actually spend money on the game. Yep, true that on. Do I got 10 car pioneer? Let's see if I got 10 trophy. I got 11 trophy. You're like a level 11 tomorrow. And coins and 2 car prods. Buy alarm stand that will be able to catch carp. Ah, I got you. The carp tournament pack, yeah. Like I said, I don't work for Fishing Planet or anything like that. Some of those those packs, I don't really know that. I don't even think I've ever got that one, man. Which one is that? The carp pack. I think Josh said something about that one the other day. It's in the tournament packs. Oh, I see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've never bought it. Comes with 7 days premium. That's always a good thing. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm looking at it, man. Does it come with any marker buoys? And hold on a second. It's a fishnet. That's a decent fish. You got it. Yeah, the fishnet for sure. You don't like it? Big says he doesn't like it. Be able to use it at level 11. Does it come with? Let me see. Does it come with a lake pack or anything? Big's saying it's very outdated. Big at level 11. I know you don't work for Fishing Planet either. At level 11, what would be a good thing for him to get then? The only thing I liked about this one is the keep net, man. To be honest with you, 440-pound keep net's nice to have. Other than that, I don't know if it's worth 15 real dollars. To be honest. And it only comes with seven days of premium. Level 11. Probably, I would probably ditto what he's saying. You might, unless you can link up something. Man, a starter one. You might just get you some premium, to be honest, unless you're looking for rods and reels. Because you're not really going to get a lake pass out of it's the thing. I mean, you're level 11. I mean, you could get some premium and maybe go to, for that price, you could almost get premium and then get a pawn pass for 3 days or something like that and try to level up, like at Michigan here. Other than that, I don't see a real benefit to it, man. Welcome back, Zoe, my man. Oh no, now you have to go again. You're welcome, man. Yeah, and see, kind of going back to what Josh is even saying there, bud. If what? Yeah, I do free mode sometimes and play with anybody that's on my friends list when I'm free fishing. I do a lot of competitions, so I don't usually have too much time to free fish. But when I do, I'll fish in between comps and stuff. It depends on what platform you're on. Tfue, I don't know. I'm on PlayStation 5. It's not cross-platform like Fortnite, so if you're on PS5, you can add me. Or a PlayStation in general. You're on PC. Oh yeah, it's not cross-platform. In other words, on Fishing Planet, you can only play with other players that are on PC. Yeah, Alan makes a good point too. The tournament packs really aren't that good for, especially if you're trying to level up. What I was gonna say too, kind of going coupling with what Alan's saying is, I try to do things in bulk if you're gonna get it. In other words, try to look for a pack or a DLC that has a lake that you can go through, gear that has it in it, and it comes with, a lot of them will come with 30-day premiums. That way you could, in other words, some of them you could buy that you could get, if you could stay at a lake like he's saying for more than 10 days with premium. Yeah, that's one of the ones I bought big. I didn't even buy it to, I was already leveled up obviously. The golden pack's nice. I bought it mainly for the skins, and then I didn't pay attention big. A lot of the same stuff that's in the golden pack's the same thing as the deluxe pack, and heck, I didn't even look at it close enough to. You got the Congo pack level 27. Yeah, I think. Josh, what was that one pack that I got? I can't remember that cheap. There was a really cheap pack I got early on that I was telling you about. The one that come with the salmon monster. Now you're at 67. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing is, though, Alex, is you might have a little bit of a skill gap there. I've seen that happen time and time again. A level 11 player, if he doesn't know what he's doing, buys the pack, and then he doesn't level up quick enough. Anniversary pack. Yep, the anniversary pack's the very first thing I'd ever bought. What pack buy on this game? You guys are hitting me with these kind of personal decisions. There's an anniversary pack that I bought, Christopher. I can't remember how big the net was. It wasn't massive net, but it came with two good rods. It came with the Zeus and the baby Zeus and the bigger Zeus. The 8'10" and the 8 foot. It might even been a 7'3". Came with a net, some premium. My best advice is to look around on there and see what you can bulk buy. In other words, if you can get something that comes with some gear, a decent keep net, along with a premium and a pond pass, that's kind of the way to go. And also a recommendation I would make is first off, play the game for a while. Make sure you like it before you invest actual money into it. And that's kind of what I did. I just bought a little starter anniversary pack first, just to kind of see if I was going to continue to play the game or not. Later on, I kind of just bought stuff just for the boat and the skins, so to speak, since they don't allow you to customize your gear. The Congo pack by far is the best one, kind of like Alex is saying there, and Josh, feel free to answer him as well. My fear is, at your, no offense, at your level 15, I would be worried. I do have videos up to help people for that very reason on the Congo to kind of understand things on how to get to the fish quicker. My fear is if you buy that and you don't get to level 75, you could be being, you have about 30 days to go from a level 11 to 75. If you know what you're doing, you could probably do it in 10 days or less, but that's what I was trying to tell Alex as well. Alex is, experienced player, so he was able to, yeah, for true, Alex, that also helps if you fish in real life. But what I'm saying is Alex's level was higher when he bought it, so he kind of knew what he was doing, and he knew his way around the game and stuff as well. So my fear would be is if you dropped money on the Congo pack. Not to mention you can't get the offset hooks yet that are big enough to get the unique perch faster without buying the Wild Africa pack. So you're looking at around $90, and I wouldn't recommend that. If how you doing, Super Dad Dusty? Yeah, I play with people. Depends on if you're on it's cross. This isn't cross platform, so unless you're on PlayStation, if you're on PlayStation, you can add me. My gamer tag's the same as my YouTube channel, Road Warrior 88 Dash. You're on mobile. Oh, okay, buddy. Yeah, I can't play with you because you're on mobile. Uh, Super Dad, I think Christopher, somebody here in chat plays on mobile. You're level 9. Yeah, it takes a little while to get up there, man. Just keep grinding. There's a 17. That's the weird thing. I'm getting 17 on the X Series 5.0. I've got my bigger ones off of 1.0. I'm actually going to come over here. Just because this is a shorter walk. I got a lot of money. A lot of money, bro. More than I'll ever spend. I think it's down to 219. I've been spending some money lately. I'm down there. I'm starting to feel broke, fellas. Lone Star, yep. That'll take you a little time to grind up from there, man. You feel broke with 5 mil? Hey, Tom, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Tom, I seen you did good in something. Didn't you, what was it? I want to see you took 5th or 6th in something. I looked at the scores today when I got home. How much would it be if you did, what do you mean? Oh, that's what it was, the golden. I told you. Tom, bro, I told you. That thing, there was no way I was staying up to cast 6 million times to get a few fish there at the yellow gold rush. Oh, that one. The sunny peak, it's okay, but that rainy peak in that thing is absolutely hideous. And the way my luck had been going the last few days on here, there was no way. I'd probably go in there and catch one or something silly. Yeah, I seen that. You had 5 pounds. I was like, look at my boy Tom. That was the rainy peak too. I remember looking at that before I logged out last night off stream, and I was like, nope, not playing in it. Oh, yeah, I don't know how that works. I've never. There's no need for me to do it, Super Dad. I can't remember what the ratio is if you cash in your bait coins for. How many bait coins would I get if I cashed in? It doesn't work like that. If not, if it did, I would break Fishing Planet's bait coin department, I'm sure. You can only take bait coins for cash, not vice versa. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, they wouldn't let me. They would turn me away. They would turn me away if I tried to cash in my cash for actual Bitcoins. They would say hell to the no. One Bitcoin could be exchanged for 100 game credits. Look at Channel over there. The scores are going to be ridiculous this year. Good fishing, Channel. And Berg. I wonder what the cutoff will be this year. 212 or something silly? Sparky said it was 204 last year. What do you mean they changed the tournament? Oh, hold on. I know what you mean. They can't do best 10. So I'm going to have to throw some away to see what my actual score is. Is that what you're saying? Q3 and semifinals are different this year? Okay. But I'm practicing for something that I'm going to have to try to qualify for, though, right? Big. I hope I didn't just waste 2 hours off my life again. Okay. Good. Thanks, Big. I was thinking, no, dude, I just wasted all this time. You scared me, bro. Ah, makes sense, and I'll leave it at that. It makes sense, and I'll leave it at that, man. I actually thought that today when I'd said that, wondering if they would keep that the same. And you know why. Okay, Sanders. Gotcha. Well, that'll be fun. It won't matter the carp then. Then I'd probably go for... Or is it common carp? That'll be a B. I wonder how that'll work, Big. Will you have to try to isolate out? Super Dad. You're stuck. Look at Fishing Planet Startup, Super Dad, on my playlist. That'll be my best advice for you, man. Oh, it's all 4 carp. Thank gosh. Yep, exactly, North. He's gonna need to upgrade and learn how to budget, man. Best advice. Look at my playlist, Super Dad. There's one on Fishing Planet Startup that would be beneficial to you. It's right there at Lone Star. This thing's just gonna scan. This isn't big enough to do anything. Okay, the bad thing is I'm gonna have to dump some of this stuff. It'd be a lot easier, Super, if you look at that video I put up, buddy. I explain it all in vivid details. There you go. Thank you, Josh. Damn, I got 14 carp. This is not good. I'm dumping some of these because I don't know if that... Does it let you dump them? Or does it keep track of them anyway? Hold on, I can do it here. So basically I got 174. Yeah, I was looking at it. I just did that to look at it, but that's accurate though, right, Big? I can just look at my keep net, right? Just keep 10 in there and sort them out. I think that's what me and John used to do. Yeah. Alright, let me get the hell out of here. That spot, I'm about to lean towards what Big's saying. I might just hover this spot out. It seemed like my bite was a little quicker when I... Yeah, the Congo. You get to the Congo, bro, it's a whole nother game. The Amazon too, really, I think. Maroon's not bad, but the Amazon, I know when I first got there, I was like, holy cow, I was like, I get this much money? An XP? Yeah, it'll help you out on there. Like I said, the one problem you're going to run into is you don't know what the hell I'm talking about now, but watch my Congo rigs if you do end up getting that so you understand the rigs. But the problem's going to be uh, you need a bigger offset hook than an 8 or whatever you can get at your level. I always wondered why they didn't. They kind of did that creatively, you know, Big and Josh. They didn't give you the offset hooks that you needed and a Nile chaser to really farm those things without having to put on additional and get the Wild Africa pack. Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. And see, that's what I'm saying. They wanted you to buy the Congo DLC and the Wild Africa pack. That's where they got you. But I hit max level at the I max leveled at the Amazon, and I didn't even need to get the Congo, but I was already max level, so I had the net and everything. I think I've told you guys that 1,000 times, but in my opinion, that's where they kind of got you. A lot of the players, I tried explaining that to them before I ever started a channel. They would come in there and they'd buy the pack at a level 25 or 40 or something, didn't know what they were doing, and it was so much to try to explain. You can do that little 8.0 jig head, but it takes you forever to get to on average, it'll take you a lot longer to get the trophies and the uniques, where if you just had at least at the minimum offset 10. Yeah, it's easier for them. I used to drive myself crazy in the lobby when I'd go in free mode and just start killing perch, and everybody's, what are you doing? What hook size? What bait? What retrieve? I was like, bro, a lot to type. The one pattern I'm noticing about this though that I don't like is I have not got one 20 pounder. So, is it my bait or my hook size? I did, that's what I ended up, when I first got to the Congo, there was so many people asking me questions. I ended up doing that and grinding in a private lobby as well because it was so much to try to explain, but yeah. Okay, got you some spotted bass. There you go. That's what you're gonna make your money on, bud. And the best advice I can tell you is for sure bank you up a lot of money. Don't go crazy and start buying gear yet. If you buy anything, again, focus on getting you a keep net. Even though you can get up and get to that Emerald Lake. Emerald Lake would be the next one you want to watch if you look at the guides and rotations, man. But make sure you have enough money. Make sure you look and see what your traveling expenses are, licensing, and that sort of thing. In other words, have a little bit of surplus of funds before you go to Emerald Lake. It's easy to go broke in this game, especially when you first start. Yep, and fish your peaks for sure. Let me try something. Let me try something 1 second. I wonder if hook size got me. The only thing I don't like is I just think it's odd I didn't get 120, one in the 20s. And I had an X Series 5.0 carp hook on, for crying out loud. I caught my bigger ones on a 1.0. I'm going to run all X Series 4 on to see if anything changes. Oh, this is right at the dead of the peak too. Well, since the Q3 will be at Sandersby, or like what is it, Bagger Santasy, that'll be uh that'll be a fun qualifier. Cali should be a fun qualifier too. This one is gonna take. This one's gonna be a little tedious. Uh, it depends on the fish. I know what you meant. Sometimes I'll hesitate. I'll hesitate and then let it take it. There's a 21. Okay, that was on a 4-0. Finally. And a 19.8. That helped. If you look around on my channel there, look for which one is it? I think I have top water tips somewhere, man. That might help you out to explain where you can see what's going on. Depends on the fish. Sometimes you want to hesitate, and sometimes you might want to keep it going. But generally speaking, I tend to hesitate briefly and let it take it under. Here's the horrible part, superhero. People might laugh at me on this one. There's a big difference in free mode and playing in comps. I hate to say it, but I've played in so many of them now. Sometimes I feel like they're programmed to miss. Case in point, last night when I played in the Siberian Con, I was walking a mouse and it didn't eat. I didn't even set the hook. It just come up and gobbled the mouse and took it. While other times, it's almost like the fish are programmed to be blind. It could just be in my head, but it just feels like that sometimes to me, especially like in a stillhead showdown. It's like they're either going to hit it or they're not. No, my case in point, it feels like that in top water rodeo too sometimes. Like it's almost like tied in with RNG or something. It's weird. Not only like bite rate, maybe hook rate. There's like a hook rate almost in my head. Yeah, you know what I mean. And that's why I've been trying to lately. Superhero is try not to let the stuff get to me too much. Easier said than done. You guys, I'm sure by now looked around on some of my comp rants. I'm trying not to be the fish. In other words, don't let yourself be the fish to where it feels like the game's playing you, man. But generally speaking, even in real life, like top water for bass, like poppers and stuff, I normally hesitate for a second and let them run underneath with it. But I could swear up and down, especially on Stillhead Showdown, it almost feels like they're just gonna miss it, man. It's like it's almost programmed. I hate to say that, but sometimes it just feels like that to me. I'm not even going to move since my time's limited. I'm just going to keep my rods out there, spot over the top of it, and see if I can get something here towards the end. And I'm definitely running out of time. Let me... Yep, that's me and my buddy John's theory too. And sometimes, you know, in my opinion, I think it happens underwater too if you're using another lure. It feels like it's just enough to keep you interested, just like you're saying. 1 pound trophy crappie, yeah. All right, I'm sitting at 183 right now, so that's a 18.3 pound average. The scores up there are not reflective of what a 10 fish average is, so I'm basically sitting at 183 pounds right now. GG Beavers. So basically I got 10 18s. Holy money, Cam says. You guys are always envious of guys' money now. If you've ever tuned in and watched me fish the Congo or something like that, you'll know why. I can't help it. I got really good at the bigger lakes, fellas. It made more sense to get good at the big lakes because that was like your ATMs. Now, I have had my enjoyment now that I got into comps fishing for some of the other small fish. But yeah, Maroon River, blue crab, uh, Amazonian maize, which is my favorite map, and then Congo, probably the second one. But yeah, the big fish pays a lot better. Grinding Solange Maroon, the uniques had dried up at Solange. Yeah, Raptor, another thing that could be happening to you too, pay attention to your peaks. Sometimes, I'm just messing around this thing anyway. Also, sometimes like at 7 p.m., like wherever you're at, sometimes the game changes over. Make sure that your peak hasn't changed what you think that you were fishing on. Because sometimes I think the game might glitch out on you guys too. Pay close attention to that. You've thought the same thing too, Bobby? Yeah. In other words, that Bobby, I don't know if you guys watched my. I had a magical run in flounder, and I'm not even trying to sound like a poor winner, but I've been using that same strategy forever. Capped out around 170 points in that thing normally. All of a sudden, I go in there and I couldn't do anything wrong. I felt like I was experiencing super RNG in a flounder comp. I posted that up, but like I said, I was glad to take the win, but to me, it didn't feel like I did anything different. Just before you got 68. Maroon was between a unique gilded or a red tail. Yeah, the Maroon's a great place to farm, but it also could have been that tournament and stuff was going to Raptors, so who knows? Bite rates might have messed up, but my best advice is always if you went to a peak or something, because it happens to me at Willow and some other lakes I've noticed. You'll go to a certain peak and you're wanting to fish it. You hit pause, and the peak that you went to is not like what I was showing you in pause menu a second ago. Sometimes, I don't know if the game just glitches out, so always be aware of that. In other words, you might have went to the prime peak, but the game's glitched out and you're actually fishing in dead water. Or what it feels, or a slower bite, I should say. I'm glad it's helping you, Super Dad. Like I said, I've got enough for like the first, kind of get a lot of you guys started. Eventually, if they're supposed to add this 160 to 1640, yep. And just if you know how to budget, my man, just uh, just budget your money well in here. You'll be fine. Just always have that little nest egg, so to speak, on your game credits, and you can, if you just budget yourself wisely, uh, you'll be able to keep from going broke, man. Don't make a bunch of impulse purchases. In other words, if you look through the shop and you see something that you really can't afford and you buy it and you don't have nothing left and you don't know what you're doing, that's when you run into trouble. But like I said, it's not a gorgeous purchase when you buy a fish net, but those keep nets is what helps you cash in your money, so to speak. So always make sure that you got a nice size keep net before you get the gear, in my opinion. As long as you got something to catch fish with, you can basically just filling a bag up full of money. And I don't think I'm going to get one more. I just threw all that out for nothing. I should have rotated. In closing, anybody that might watch this back, you can definitely stick at one spot. I think in my head, just to keep things fresh, when I do go to qualify for this, I'm probably just going to do like a 2-spot rotation, go back and forth. I might end up sticking with a 4-0. I did catch some on a 1-0, but I finally got one on a 21 on a 4-0. So anybody that might watch this back, that might be a better plan. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Bobby. Even X Series Rodrigo stopped by and was trying to tell me to thanks, channel, for putting that up. That was fun, man. I learned a lot. I'm gonna do some different stuff for sure, I think, when the thing starts. But yeah, Bobby, that was definitely super RNG, bro. I couldn't have did nothing wrong. I even got a flounder, respawn flounder and stuff. But sometimes it's a perfect example too. Now on the opposite end, Bobby, you could go into a competition and get what you call zero RNG almost, where you ain't getting nothing. And that's what kills me sometimes. When I do make mistakes here and there. I don't claim to be perfect by no means, but on the other end of it, Bobby, if you find yourself in a competition when you're just not getting any bites, the odds are the computer's just stacked against you, man. You had 205. I think I had 183 or 184 there, man. I didn't get me a bigger one till later on, but I learned enough to know about where I'm gonna be, so, or at least what I need to work on. So I appreciate you putting that up. And as always, we're gonna have to hope for plenty of 21 and 22 pounders in that thing. It's looking like, channel. But yeah, I appreciate you guys putting that up. Yeah, I caught 4 unis in that thing, and that's the deal on that is I'd played in that so much that I'd still just plateaued to that 150 to 170 range, and I really didn't do anything different, man. I just got a really good bite rate, and I just went from spot to spot getting a uni. Got 3 unis. Asked Big, I think, was watching that day, and he told me the respawn time. It's a 45-minute deal. I caught the first one fairly quick. It's a 30-minute respawn on those unique flounder there at Ghent. Came back to my first spot. Sure enough, even got a respawn unique. Put up 300 and some points in that. Yeah, I appreciate it, channel. And also, I don't know if you knew, Big Legit was saying, I guess the Q3 is going to be at the Sandersby this year now, too. That'll be a fun one. What should you do with your... Are you asking what you should do with your money? Save up your money until you can get a good keep net. Yep. Always look for your keep net. I'll try to show you here real quick. I'm gonna eat some dinner here in a little bit, guys, and I might do a comp grind. We'll see if I play on it or not. But let me look at the. If you go to tools and equipment, kind of what North is telling you there, Dusty. Just kind of look at this. Example, if you can get, let's say, you're wanting to go to I'll use the perfect example. Let's say you're wanting to go, and this is kind of how I did it. I grinded a little longer at a lower lake. Let's say once you can afford it, before you even go to Emerald, you know, you can get this one for 20. Look at this. At level 8, you can get this, right? For 20. And the thing's probably on a little bit of a delay. But basically, at level 8, you can get a fish hut that holds 26 pounds. Also, looking at that, the max single fish weight is 5.5, which will cover that there now. So we'll cover your walleye. So when you go to Emerald, but look how much more money you could actually fill up for level 15. You could fill this up and take this level 50. It's a 55 pounder, and you can take that. And that's kind of how I did it. I had Emerald Lake. I had this 55 pound net instead. In other words, when you go to cash in, you have over twice the capacity. In other words, 26 pounds. You're gonna make half as much money as you would if you had this. And then just kind of use that same principle. Even though you got a lake unlocked a little earlier, what you might want to do is make sure that you got a decent sized a keep net. Even though you can get in that lake a little earlier, make sure that you're prepared before you go there so you can maximize your time while you're there, if that makes any sense. You had it, scored 60 points, Emerald Predator. Horrible. Yeah, you've had it before. It's just a bad bite rate, Bobby. I think that's the only way they can do it. What drives me crazy in the game is if I hate when it feels like sometimes the same people get the same good bite rate. And I think we've had this conversation before. I think it's something to do with how they're resetting their game or something, where they keep getting super RNG while a lot of us end up with the crappy RNG. So it is what it is. All you can do is keep fishing and hope for better luck, I guess. You was in Rocky Lake comp the other day, first 4.0 thought. Yeah, it happens to us all, superhero. I don't. Here's my other theory. What if I always started what I did a long time ago, way before I streamed, when I first started getting in competitions, I started watching my chat, and I noticed something suspicious in chat. You would see people leave and join, the same person, leave and join, and they do it multiple times. Almost like your RNG or they're taking your luck somehow. It's just in my head maybe, but other people kind of feel the same way. But who knows? I hope at one point Fishing Planet evolves to where, you know, if your game feels like it's broke, reset it once, come back in. You should, in other words, in my opinion, you're in a competition, for crying out loud. You shouldn't be able to leave and try to reshuffle the deck constantly if that's what is happening. It's one thing if you lose connection, you should be able to come back once or just simply do a quick reset, but you shouldn't be able to leave multiple times when you're in a competition. So enough said about that, but that's kind of how I feel on that. But all right, yeah, as long as you got a decent, the old Bucks comp, that was the old Bucks comp. Yeah, yeah. Josh has been there, man. That old Bucks comp will badonk on you, man. That's the only time uh, their superhero I was talking about. The old Bucks comp is the only comp that's ever made me rage quit. And that was before I was even a streamer. I'm a type of guy that I'll take it on the chin. I might cry like a little baby, but I don't mind taking my losses. But that is the only time I can remember I rage quit was in the old Bucks. I fished it. I told the story before, but 24 out of the 30 minutes, I fished for 24 minutes consecutively and didn't catch a fish. It made me cry. I quit it, man. That's the only comp I ever just quit, flat out quit on. I couldn't take it anymore. 24 minutes of nothing, while everybody in the room was catching them but me, superhero. And I know the going way now is to use the large minnow or whatever, but I tried everything, man. I tried everything. All my lures, all my barbless lures, my X series barbless jig head, and with the American what is the Stars and Stripes chat or whatever it is, and every Old Glory grub, the X series nano spoon barbless, barbless with minnow. It didn't matter. Nothing I did, I could catch a fish. So yeah, I rage quit that one. That's one that's I've gotten better at it, but yeah, it pissed me off, man. So I know the deal. I know the deal. But I'll probably take a break here, guys. Anybody here on mobile or any else want to play with me? Uh, I don't know if anybody in chat here. I know there's another guy, Christopher, that's a sub. We'll have to wait until he's on, man. You could probably link up with him. Oh yeah. Oh, I know. It superhero drive. I try to keep my stream family friendly as I can, but yeah, that one would almost make a preacher cuss sometimes when it'll get you. Even the trophy whiskers. I don't know if you guys watched me play that trophy whiskers yesterday. My lake was pretty much just dead, and a lot of people were trying to help me with hook size and stuff, and it was driving me crazy. Not that they were trying to help me. It was just I knew what was happening. My squares were just my lake was just screwed. I was dealt the worst hand possible, and there was nothing I could do but just sit in the agony. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna take a break here. Get me a bite to eat. Get my mic and stuff charged. I'll probably go ahead and sign up and play. Against my better judgment, I'll probably play this one too, but after that I'll be done. So I'll probably gonna take an hour and a half break, come back into this at some point, and probably play this one, and probably this one. So I'll put up another stream here in a little bit, but give me about an hour and a half, and I'll be back. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting the channel, and helping out one another as well. Take care, and see you guys in the next one.